Did you know this about Alexander the Great? Alexander the Great was born in 356 BCE in the Kingdom of Macedon in northern Greece. His father, King Philip II, was a powerful ruler who dreamed of conquering Greece. His mother, Queen Olympias, told Alexander he was destined for greatness. As a boy, Alexander was curious and brave. He studied under the famous philosopher Aristotle, learning about philosophy, science, and the art of war. Even as a child, he showed signs of leadership. One famous story tells of Alexander taming a wild horse named Bucephalus, a horse no one else could ride. Alexander grew up believing he was born for something extraordinary. Little did he know, his destiny would change the world forever. When Alexander was just 20 years old, tragedy struck. His father was assassinated. Suddenly, Alexander became king of Macedon. Many doubted such a young ruler, but Alexander quickly proved his strength. He crushed rebellions and united all of Greece under his rule. But his ambitions reached far beyond Greece. His eyes turned east toward the mighty Persian Empire, ruled by King Darius III. In 334 BCE, Alexander led his army across the Hellespont into Asia. He declared his mission to conquer Persia and spread Greek culture across the world. With each step, he moved closer to fulfilling his destiny. Alexander's campaign against Persia was long and challenging, but his courage and clever tactics made him unstoppable. At the Battle of Issus, he faced King Darius III himself. Outnumbered but determined, Alexander led a daring charge straight at Darius, forcing the Persian king to flee. Victory after victory followed. Alexander marched into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator. There, he founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a great center of learning and culture. With Egypt under his control, he turned back toward Persia, ready to face Darius once more and claim his place in history. The final confrontation came at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BCE. The Persian army was massive, but Alexander's tactics were brilliant. Under the cover of night, he attacked with speed and precision, scattering Darius's forces. Once again, Darius fled, leaving his army behind. Soon after, Alexander marched into the Persian capital, Persepolis, and claimed the throne. To many, he was now the king of Asia. But Alexander wasn't satisfied. He pushed further east, seeking new lands to conquer. His ambition knew no bounds, and his legend continued to grow with every step. Alexander's quest took him to the edge of the known world. In 326 BCE, he reached India, where he faced his toughest battle yet. King Porus, a mighty warrior, stood against him with war elephants and a fierce army. The Battle of the Hydaspes was brutal, but Alexander's clever tactics led him to victory. Impressed by Porus's bravery, Alexander allowed him to keep his kingdom, earning respect from friend and foe alike. But the journey had been long and hard. His soldiers, tired and longing for home, begged him to turn back. Reluctantly, Alexander agreed. The march home was grueling. Alexander led his army through the harsh deserts of Persia, where many soldiers died from heat and thirst. Despite these hardships, Alexander never gave up. Along the way, he built new cities and spread Greek culture, blending it with local traditions. His empire stretched across 3 continents, uniting people from different lands under one rule. Yet, even as he returned to Babylon, the heart of his empire, he began to feel the weight of his endless conquests. Alexander had achieved greatness, but his restless spirit longed for more. In 323 BCE, Alexander's journey came to a sudden end. He fell gravely ill, and despite the efforts of his doctors, his condition worsened. On June 10th, at just 32 years old, Alexander the Great took his final breath. When asked who should succeed him, his rumored reply was, "To the strongest." His empire, stretched across 3 continents, was divided among his generals, sparking years of conflict. But even in death, Alexander's name echoed through history. His vision of a united world had changed the course of civilization forever. Though Alexander was gone, his legacy endured. His conquests spread Greek culture, language, and ideas across the lands he ruled. This blending of cultures created a new era known as the Hellenistic Age, shaping art, science, and philosophy for centuries. The cities he founded, like Alexandria in Egypt, became centers of learning and discovery. His life became a legend, inspiring countless stories and myths. Today, Alexander the Great is remembered not just as a conqueror, but as a visionary who bridged worlds. His story teaches us that ambition and courage can change history, and his name lives on as a symbol of greatness. Like and subscribe if you love your mom.